Welcome into the recap for the Giants versus the Lions. I don't know if there will be any Lions fans in here. Maybe if they got I don't know if they get the alert either. But Giants, Lions, 21-16. Listen, forget about the score when it comes to the preseason game. Nobody really cares about the score. 21-16. I don't care if we won 31-0. I guess it matters just a little bit. Banks, Edgewood, a homegrown. That's good to know. Yeah, we're talking about Banks. We're talking about all the rookies coming up soon. I was talking about this the majority of the time. Korey Cunningham, get this man off of my football team. Get this man off of my football team. Where was Hyatt? Hyatt had one catch for -4 yards, so he left that stadium with less yards than he had going into it. Brock's Bomber, what's going on? How did the rookie center do? Didn't see the game. I'll get into all of that coming up. I hope I can fit everything because I got a lot to talk about. If you guys stick with me, I hope I can get everything in here about 20, 30 minutes. We'll talk about as much as we can. Cole Beasley is a loser, man. What do you mean? What do you mean? Defense about to be locked down. The defense was all right, especially the second team defense was all right. We'll talk about all the rookie class looking beautiful. Hawkins, Hyatt, JMS, absolutely. First off, I really want to talk about the safety position, that competition there at the same safety position. Obviously, first two drives of the game, we found out who our starting second safety is, and that is going to be Jason Pinnock, 27 squad representing. He made 3 amazing plays in 5 plays. 3 out of the 5 first plays of the entire game. He had an interception, which was the first play of the game. He had a tackle for loss, which is like I think, 3rd or 4th play of the game. And then later on in that drive, he forced an incomplete 4th down pass. So absolutely insane from Jason Pinnock. He was able to rest throughout, finish off the day, rest, and he won that spot. He didn't need to play anymore. DeVito was a dog. DeVito was good. DeVito was pretty damn good, threw the ball pretty accurately. He really didn't have any help from Wyatt Davis, Korey Cunningham, the entire offensive line, especially the edges. That right tackle spot was just bad. Korey Cunningham was on the right tackle spot the majority of the time, and then you had Wyatt Davis towards the end giving up that sack. The Giants gave up 5 sacks today. I'm gonna pull up the box score in just a moment, but right now we'll just talk. Give me your takes, guys. Give me your takes. Who do you guys love? I forgot to put a poll in here. Maybe I can make one soon. But who do you guys felt like came away the strongest out of the Giants? Now, let's talk a little bit about the rookies, starting with the cornerbacks, just because there's 2 of them there. Deonte Banks looked pretty decent. He was covering Jamison Williams throughout the majority of the time. He looked pretty decent. Trey Hawkins looked on. I hate doing this because I don't want to say Trey Hawkins is better than Deonte Banks. I just don't believe that yet. But Trey Hawkins has been looking better than Deonte Banks, but I don't want to say that yet. Don't want to say that yet. Did Dane Belton play? Did he ever? He had himself an interception, and he is making a strong case. Well, I think he is the 3rd safety on the roster, and 3rd safety is kind of significant for Wink Martindale, as he uses a lot of 3 safety sets. So even though even though Belton didn't win the 2nd safety role, he's definitely going to see a lot of playing time in that 3rd safety role. O-line depth is a worry. Absolutely, it definitely is. Let's just hope these guys don't get hurt. Now, shifting from the corners, I think played well. Deonte Banks played very well. I think he had a couple of good tackles, had a couple of good passes defended. I don't know if he had a pass breakup, but he had a couple of good passes defended. Trey Hawkins played absolutely well. He allowed little to no yardage whatsoever. He had I think he had 1 pass breakup, and he also, the only thing I didn't like about Trey Hawkins, he got caught up on a flat route. He gave up a sideline play a little later on in the game, but he was great. JMS, somebody said, J Hill 14 said JMS was flawless. Absolutely. John Michael Schmitz was fantastic today. He was opening up a lot in the middle for the run game and in the pass game. How many times did you see Tommy DeVito able to step up in the pocket and try to run it? That was because John Michael Schmitz was opening up the floodgates the entire time. DeVito number 2 over Taylor. A lot of people are talking about that on Twitter. I don't know where that's going yet. DeVito played most of the game, so to be fair to Tyrod Taylor, DeVito had a lot more to evaluate than Tyrod. But he did look very good. Eric Gray, the rookie 5th-round pick out of Oklahoma. This guy is slow as hell, slow as molasses. I mean, he looked like Andre Williams out there. If you guys remember Andre Williams, all right, the 4th rounder out of Boston College a couple of years ago, he looked just like him. The feet stomping, not going anywhere. Going down the list, Deonte Banks, good. John Michael Schmitz, good. Jalen Hyatt, I mean, he wasn't on the field that much. They didn't throw him the ball, and they tried to give him a design play. It went backwards. It was a wide receiver screen. Everybody knew it was going to Jalen Hyatt. He was the only person lined up on that side, and he just stepped back, and they all ran to him. So Eric Gray was a slug. Absolutely. Yeah. He looked like Andre Williams out there. I'm not happy with his performance at all. He's a one-cut type of guy. He's a one-cut back. And he was all right in kick return duty, but he's just too slow, man. He'll never break one out. Punt return, kick return, he'll never break one out. I just don't see, I don't see him being an impact, honestly. How about Habakkuk Baldonado, the undrafted free agent out of a Pitt? Someone that I really liked going into the draft, who I evaluated, and I had him as a 5th-round grade, and I wanted the Giants to draft him in the 5th round. He had, I'm going to say, 2 sacks because the refs stole the first one from him. He had 2 straight sacks in a row, and he got it back the next play. So congrats to him. Here's a big gripe, and I know a lot of you guys are going to agree with this. You going that bread out, you going up. I appreciate that, Ramiro. I appreciate that. But here's something I don't understand. Why does it take 3 attempted tackles to make 1? Why does it take 3 separate defenders to attempt a tackle to make 1 tackle? I don't understand. It's so frustrating to watch. It's so frustrating to watch when you see a running back break to the outside. You have the cornerback whiffs, defensive lineman whiffs, and then the ball carrier kind of slows down because after the second person, he completely demolished, and now that person's on the floor. The third guy comes up and tackles him. Why can't we tackle cleanly? Why is it every single team that we face always tackles us with the first defender, but it always takes, it doesn't matter what regime, Brian Dable's regime, Joe Judge's regime, Pat Shermer's regime, going back to Tom Coughlin, why can't we ever tackle? Why do the guys in blue are never able to tackle? I don't understand. It's so frustrating to see, especially in the preseason, because you've seen these guys, they're 2nd, 3rd string guys, undrafted rookies. They aren't that good to begin with. So when they're face to face with a ball carrier that's probably 230 pounds running at them, like a running back, they're just not going to have it to make the tackle. But man, I'm just seeing it all over the place. These undersized guys, corners, just trying to make a tackle, and they just completely whiff, man. Even linebackers were just whiffing. The Lions were all over us, man. Jack Campbell, when he was in the game, I mean, nobody was passing Jack Campbell. If you were in arm's length of that rookie linebacker, he was going to tackle you. Malcolm Rodriguez as well. I'm sorry if I hit the mic. Davis ain't making the 53, so let's calm down. We know he's going to get cut. Yeah, Wyatt Davis is probably not going to make the 53. Corey Cunningham, get this man off my team. How do you allow 3 sacks in 1 game? 3 sacks in 1 game should I don't even care if you're practicing and you give up 3 sacks in a scrimmage. Get off my team. Get off my team. You are not up to the standards of the great Andrew Thomas. You're not making us look good. You're not making it. Matt Parrott. No, Parrott was good. Parrott was fine. Parrott was fine. That was exactly, I had that in my notes. I actually didn't mind Matt Parrott. Parrott started at left tackle, and you know what? He played fine. The Akwara brothers completely destroyed us. Parrott played fine. It was Corey Cunningham, number 70, that just couldn't. He was a doorman. That is my nickname for Corey Cunningham, is the doorman. You can't even touch the quarterback. Yeah, Habakkuk Baldonado had a chance to make 2 sacks in the game. He had to make his first sack in his NFL debut, and that was stripped from him. But he went up in the next play or the play after that and made up for that, got the sack. But I think we learned a little bit today, right? What did we learn today? Matter of fact, let's pull up. I have this set up, and we could just look at the box score real quick, just to get, for those of you guys who missed the game, those of you guys, we can kind of go through it together really quick. And you guys can get a better visual instead of just looking at my pretty face the entire time. I hope we kind of avoid copyright here. Let me pause this. Pause. ESPN is trying to get the stream taken down, man. But all right. So Tommy DeVito, right off the bat, Tommy DeVito was pretty damn good, man. 155 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Listen, the pick came at the last play of the game. He was pressured, threw off his back foot, and just says, "Screw it, I'm gonna try to find somebody out there somehow." Did McKeithen play? Not yet. I think they're working him back. I believe he was taken off the pup list, but they are working him back. Sean Corbin had a good run, but that was about it. Our running game looked putrid. It was terrible. But apparently in practice, the running game was absolutely phenomenal. Like it was killing, like James Robinson was killing it. Saquon, obviously, Deshaun Corbin, like everybody was killing it. So I don't know where that running game was tonight, but it was terrible. James Robinson and Eric Gray are slower than molasses. All right, Cole Beasley and Jamison Crowder, man, they were probably the most consistent out of the group, out of the entire Giants team, besides like a couple players on defense. But like as far as the offensive players go, I mean, Cole Beasley was always open. Cole Beasley is a seasoned veteran, and I guess you can really see the difference between what a rookie is or a guy that is like a late round pick and what a seasoned veteran is. Cole Beasley was getting open constantly. He was bullying everybody, and Jamison Crowder was getting open as well. Jamison Crowder showing off his speed. Unfortunately, I would love to see Jamison Crowder make this team because, like I said, I want some consistency on this roster. I don't want a bunch of rookie new guys. Like you saw Bryce Ford Wheaton out there. A lot of people were excited for him, especially me. I was very excited about Bryce Ford Wheaton being an undrafted rookie on this team. I believe he's like 6'4", runs like a 4.40 or something like that. Decent hands from West Virginia. He wasn't good tonight. And I don't want a bunch of these young guys who aren't going to develop on this team. Like I need or just flooded with them on this team. I need some seasoned veterans. And Beasley, I think for sure is going to make this team. He's worked with the first team a lot. And Jamison Crowder, I think deserves to make this team too. But constantly, if you go down the list of wide receivers, Jamison Crowder is always a guy to leave out. Like I fear that Crowder is going to be one of those cuts like, damn, we had to cut a good player. Like, that's how deep our wide receiving core is. Now, it's not a great wide receiving core. It's not fantastic, but it is very deep. It is very talented from top to bottom. I'll look at the film on what Jalen Hyatt, if he was getting open or not. But they tried an obvious, like I knew it was going to Jalen Hyatt. They lined him up on the outside. Nobody was there. They had a defender on him. As soon as they snapped the ball, I think it was DeVito that threw it. No, I think it was Taylor that threw it. Looked straight at Hyatt with nobody there, and he had no chance. JMS probably gets one of the players of the game for me, man. JMS I had no problems with. I don't think he gave up any pressures. He was moving everybody in the run game, creating a lane in the pass game for DeVito to step up and go. Tyrod Taylor, I haven't noticed JMS when Tyrod Taylor was there because when he was stepping up in the pocket, he was more so rolling out than stepping up. Tyrod Taylor just kind of dipped after that. He was playing a lot of backyard football and just trying to get out the pocket after that. Dane Belton, big dub. Yeah, you already know Dane Belton made plays against the Lions in that practice where he just completely stripped the ball away from David Montgomery. He didn't play in this game, but he came back in this game and had himself an interception. So, I mean, great job to Dane Bell, and he's making a case to get some playing time on the roster because he was benched 5 games last season. In his rookie year, he just couldn't get the coverages right. But like, he played himself. He looked bigger too. Am I wrong about that? Dane Belton looked a little bigger too. It looked like he put on some muscle. Trey Hawkins, the truth. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with him. But that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining in. We'll be here next week for the Panthers recap and reaction. And we'll see you guys later.